Hi, everybody. This is Joanna. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'm so excited. What a gorgeous day. Gorgeous day. Gorgeous day. Yay. Look at all that. Gorgeous rays of God and source and magic always happening everywhere. We're going to create a little magic today. Today, we wanted to put a little bit of a spin of happiness and joy and the blessing that is source creator in all things. Over the many, many years that I've been on my path, and that I've written about in my books is the elegance and the beauty and the undercurrent that is all spirit. That when you awaken and you align yourself with the joy of who you are, that really simplistic, innocent inner child, that's when that whole world of the unknown comes into a new beginning. And that's what this part of this bottleneck is all about, that the High Council of Nine was showing me the other day, that the collective energies where we sit right now, and why it's so important to create that daily self oneness with source creator and return to who you are, return to your values and your excitements and your joys, and in line with where your higher self and your guidance is showing you in every moment. Because sometimes, because we're a part of the collective, and as we awaken, we feel more of the collective energies. And so it's really important that we align within the heart of who we are, so that we're constantly in open portal connection of our creative gifts and our creative oneness. And remember that as we awaken, these gifts are going to shift and change. So how you thought you did light work, or how you thought you did your job, or whatever it might be in the world that was, it's going to be changing and shifting, and have that be okay. You'll get an inspiration in the morning. You'll see, be guided to a book or a video that will add that inspiration to all that you are. And remember that you have these creative gifts and these creative uniquenesses for you. You come with a beautiful toolkit that is the Christed toolkit that Jesus showed me many, many years ago, which is our imagination, our own creativity. And it's shown with us throughout the many eons that we've been here. I can find my little sheet. I've got to get so much photocopied. All of our gifts and our tools have been threaded with us through all the timelines and lifetimes that we've been here. And not only here, but other timelines as well. And that is living in the beauty that is our soul, and calling that soul to live forward through us. And all of the energy vortices that we are, the epicenter of light that we are. And in this sovereign commandmentship, all that you need is within you. The guidance of who you are, the roles and the experiences that you create is this epicenter of your whole entire soul living through. I was doing some classes this week, so my papers are mixed up. The epicenter of you, the soul of all that you are, is living through you. The four lower bodies as they harmonize with the higher bodies, which making for the new sacred geometry through which we all spin and spiral, create an ever higher and higher light. So that higher body lifts you up through those higher oscillating soul fragments, because soul fragments are not only the negative and traumatic soul aspects that we're clearing and calling in to make whole through forgiveness and love and compassion of ourselves, but also for those higher aspects that lift us up to higher frequencies of co-creation and light frequencies and realm expressions. And what they showed me many years ago from the top down, this is a side picture view of our universes, and our universes are right in the middle. And the bottleneck, if you will, is the certain percentage of collective that are sitting out of vibration, but require those extra energetic bursts from light workers, code breakers, and all of those dynamic energies of inspiration and excitedness and joy and sacredness, and playing within the alignment of those higher vibrational codes, which is always very pure, and it's always very fun and joyful, because that's evolution. And those that do so, honoring in the alignment of those light programs, honoring of that Christic alignment through the grids and through the heaven above and below, then that breaks and allows in those light fragments and those light bathings and those solar flares that get in through that plasma membrane that needs to be broken. That's what that bottleneck is. The bottleneck is a collective of energies that from the collective of various fears and old patterned energies that continue stagnancy. That's a bottleneck where it just kind of collects. And it needs to be broken through the excitement, through the joy, through the happiness of each and every one of us, living in our highest truth through the creative joy, rather than duty to service, which is what the High Council of Nine was showing me. The three major energies that they were showing me, the attributes of ascension that the collective were going for, was the despair of the unknown. And so say, 25% of our collective is sitting here as awakened consciousness, And then the rest of the consciousness is sitting in their waiting to be awakened state. But the awakened, the ones that are awakened and collecting in the highest light and their alignment with source, they're the ones that pave the way and show the way for others, and then so on and so forth. It's always, as this universal micro macro picture shows, this being, we only have the words that explain this, but it's not a qualitative or quantitative. It's just the only words that we have. But at an omnipresent experience, this is not what this is at all, because source creators, source creators for this universe, and this universe, it's all one leadership of godliness, if you will. Creatorship, omnipresence. There is no quantitative or qualitative in their eyes, mind, if you will. It's just how we in this human form have words of explaining the acceleration of ascension and evolution to move up to higher vibrational threads as a collective. But there needs to be those catalysts of excitement and energy and codes and light to break those membranes so that those higher light can get into the rest of the collective. So this is why everyone in the collective has their unique role to play. Everyone has their unique gifts that they come with. Everyone has their unique divine missions through which many, many lifetimes they had divinely experienced and kind of contracted in their soul's blueprint. Yes, this is a lifetime I want to come and do this because it's going to be needed. I'm going to call all of my energy forward. All of my gifts are going to thread as one. When I'm clearing out my densities and I'm calling it in for wholeness and recalibration of my oneness with all of those soul fragments that had their timelines in their lives shortened because of the limitations and the fears and the greeds and all of those things that we're healing from timelines and universes of separation and limitation. And so this is our universe right now going through an entire ascension. Our universe is ascending. So I'm just giving this as an example, but these are the only words that we have. This is just an illustration to show you that if the collective, 25 or 30% of the collective of awakened consciousness are sitting at a stabling basis point of it's like a basal, it's like that basal heart rate. If it's stabilizing at this, the homeostasis at this, then there's catalyzing energies that need to break the membrane of that universal thread that's going to be mixing into a higher universal thread. And it's always at the infinity, always the infinity, releasing and transmuting and opening to new, releasing, transmuting, opening to new. And through the center of the diamond heart, the energies that the universes and the gods and the creator gods are sending up through the universe to always be renewed, and through breath. And your alignment with all that you are, micro, macro, this is you. You're allowing yourself to release the despair of the unknown, because, you know, it's just like we said the other day, the metaphor of window shopping at boutiques. You never know what you're going to get to. So everything is literally unknown. And so just allow it to be perceived in a new way that you can get excited again. And instead of creating that obligation and limitation and that vibrational energy that feels stagnant, duty to service, create that excitement for being joyful in you. And those will honor and call in those higher light codes that are breaking from those membranes that are now activating your fields and your DNA and all that you are to inspire those higher vibrational wisdoms that you're coming here to activate. And why each and every one of us is required and needed. Each and every one of us are a unique puzzle to the piece of all that is. And so it takes each and every one of us for being that oneness with Source Creator and aligning with Source for our unique passions and our unique joys and excitements. And why, you know, many are in the lightworker field and many in our reality. And they were showing me this last night. And I always get so much information in classes and personal sessions. And I want to share them with you because they're so exciting. This is how we're breaking out of the bottleneck. So it's the desperation of the unknown. So just choose the unknown to be really excited, because everything is unknown. You boutique shopping, you don't know what's in the store. You know, you go to a new window display, you don't know what's there. So just do it in a lighthearted way that feels good for you. Align it in a way that feels good for you, that you can align with. Wow, that's really great. You don't know, you know, I always like seeing what my kids, you know, come down with, you know, when they're getting dressed in the morning. What are they going to wear today? I like seeing them create their own uniqueness for who they are. And it gets me excited. And that's a part of my, you know, unknown, right? So I'm making it fun little games that you can know. You know, I wonder if the person's going to be in the coffee shop today, and make it fun. You know, see how you can excite newness into the unknown. We're creating 5D templates, so it's going to be unknown. It has to be, it must be, but so are you. You are an ever-changing, eternal, infinite, unknown being. Because every moment you can choose to awaken and soften and breathe in the vastness of the Holy Mother that's offering you those receiving gifts of light every moment. That will is that divine balanced male energy that creates that will, that thy will be done, thy will be done, thy will be done. And it's that harmonization of our allness that's infinitely ever changing. the unknown. We are always constantly unknown. And when we think that we know, we don't know, because we're always unknown. We're always spiraling in a new vibrational universal experience. So they show me that when we're going through this universal, and this is how it feels. I'm only saying this because I can see it and feel it at a multidimensional level. I don't know if I've ever explained, I probably have. I have opportunities and gifts within me that I'm able to sense and know things, and I just don't know how I know them. I just know them. They're pressed upon my beingness. There's aspects that I'm threaded with on my higher vibrational experiences that allow me to know what I'm feeling and sensing, and I just trust it. So as this universe is going through the ascension, it's no different than the micro-macro perspective. And what they showed me last night, as I was talking with other light workers and experiences of those wanting the information of what they were going through, which is very similar that I was going through. And this is how it's so amazing. The guides always seem to send us together when we both need it. Is that there's an experience of this moving in the galaxy. And our galaxy is always shifting and moving within a cyclical pattern that is in the orchestration of the heavens, how Source Creator, the Divine Mind, the Divine Eye, and all the programs of light that operate the infinite number of systems for light evolution. And our planet is particularly beautiful and encouraging because we've gone from 3 to 5D because of our capacity to let go of the density and limitation and carry light. And we're going through this crisscross, if you will, where those timelines that you have created vibrationally through your wishes, through your dreams, through your constantly seeking those excitements for, those are coding and they're being created. But there's 50 or 60% of yourself there, those vibrational energies of you there. Remember, we are all spirit creating matter. But the physical part of you is still in this reality from what this physical reality is showing you, however, it's just an illusion, so that you can tidy things up, so that you can learn your final lesson in this area, or you can talk with somebody here, understand what it is to release attachment. Because it's the other attribute to this bottleneck is not only the despair of the unknown, but the separation and the loss of loved ones and family members and friends. And then the third one was duty to service versus creative joy and play. Those are vibrational shifts and changes that one can create for thyself, if they chooses, it's always free will, to take yourself past that bottleneck. And so of those three attributes, all of those are illusions of the game of separation, those codes that we all come with. It's a vibrational code within our DNA, our blueprint, our fields, and our bodies. As we're creating that self-clearing, clearing all of these understandings and why you call in what you do when you do, then you release those final programs and codes, and you get to shift from, say, 50% of you being here to now 75% of you being here. And you have the ability to shift and toggle various timelines, and you're very aware of it. You can sense and feel what's going on, just like we've talked about many times, the metaphor of you being in the mansions of the many heavens. And you're in one room of the house, but you can feel and hear what's going on in 6 or 7 different rooms. That's what living as the soul, all that you are, the multidimensionality of all that you are is in any one moment. You can hear what's going on in this room. You don't necessarily have to be there physically, but you know what's going on there vibrationally. I mean, any mother that has kids knows that. You know, you got teenagers in the basement, you're going, oh, I know exactly what's going on. You know, I got eyes everywhere. You know, you just know. And so that's opening up to the multidimensionality that you are. So the honoring that we do, the honoring that we allow ourselves to just be this, the flow of the universe within us, always changing, always exciting, always an incredible ride for us to tap into and flow within. It's never forced. It's never, it's never manipulated, if you will. It's always just that innocent surrender of just being who we're meant to be. And why your unique vibration and your unique creative gifts cannot be, taken from you. They're yours. They're your unique codes. It's like your DNA. Can't have your DNA taken from you. It's the divine essence coding of creation. The galaxies are uniquely DNA code. Every galaxy has a DNA code for how it will offer its life to the galaxy next to us. It's always micro macro. So our bottleneck of our human earth creation is waiting for all light workers that are consciously awake to do things in a new way, so that in those highest 3 attributes that the collective is experiencing in minor and major ways and in varying forms and ways, because everybody's at a different pace and a different phase. Those three attributes we can take our free will and do something with them in a new and exciting way, so that we're breaking those plasma membranes and allowing those higher light codes to get in, therefore shifting the collective as a whole into these new vibrational ascension experiences, therefore shifting the entire universe. This is why it's really important that each and every one of us really, really understand that all that we are and all that we do affects the all. And our experiences of honoring who we are and allowing all others to be honored is so important to the evolution to the all. And we can't, this is where we can shift our perspective about parenting. It's not for us to imprint our limited belief patterns on our children and say, no, you can't do that or explore that because that's not known, or that's not within our family paradigm, that's not within our family tradition, because we're limiting their allness of being that part of that catalyst that needs to punch and puncture those membranes that carry that whole collective through. We have no idea that an awakened one in Japan affects somebody here. Your thoughts in the other side of the world affect people here because it's a collective oneness. It's a collective soup of one. So all that we are in this essence of who we are, vibrationally, physically, mentally, emotionally, all that we are as a soul affects the all. So we can take commandmentship of that and celebration of that and say, yeah, let's get busy. We want to create some light here. We want to create that rainbow. We want to create the rainbow of the 12 tribes and make it a 13. And that's what I was shown many, many years ago, is that's what we're becoming because of the great diversity, because of the great dynamic, diverse creativity of our unique gifts coming together, not taking from one another or not mimicking or copying one another, but in the uniqueness of who we are, we create that 13th rainbow that will be unlike any other rainbow we've ever created in any other history of time. So our diversity is needed. Our unique gifts from each and every one of us is needed. And so in your daily self-care, know that each and every one of you that infuses something different and new into your day, or activates and brings forward your unique creative gifts, you are building that beautiful garden that is the kingdom of God that we are all creating, that I've been talking about for years on our radio shows and our books and our offerings. Each and every one of us is the seed of creation. We are vessels of light and seeds of light. We have the activations within us through codes and through our own programming of the soul. All of our timelines, all of our gifts, all of our masteryship is coming forward to experience exactly what we wanted to in this timeline. And these are exciting timelines where we get to create something new and exciting and powerful and celebrate it. So that these three attributes of the collective general vibration, if you will, can be released with great pride and joy. Because even if the loss of loved ones, it's an illusion of loss and only the words we have, but we're more active with them and more celebrating of them and with them in oneness in spirit than we are in physical. And so just as we said the other day, that when we think of the loss, their experience of loss is experiencing a far grander experience than you think. But it's the old traditionalities of what we understand through separation and the programs we played that feel and portray it as something, sad and mournful. But it's really not. It's celebratory on all sides, because your spirit, that 50-60% over here, is having more access to them. And you'll feel and sense it, just like I have more access to the ones that have passed on for me. I feel them and see them now all the time. And so it's just shifting that perspective. Perspective is everything. So what perspective can you walk with and you can create with? And you seed your own garden of love that is within the alignment of the many heavens, so that you can be in and of yourself the experience of the many heavens. And that all rays and all codes and all light is available to you because you activate it. Nobody else can do it for you. Like that old saying, you can lead a horse to water, but the horse has to want to drink. And that's what the path of that sacred oneness with Source is. It's the weaving of who you are with Source. And it can't be learned from a book. You can be inspired through the book, but you have to take that path and go within and say, do it in your own sacred way, because it's a sacred journey of oneness with Source. And when you activate that through your multidimensional epicenter, you are in that state of oneness through which you feel it all, and you can traverse dimensions. You can traverse all challenges, and you start calling in abundance. You start calling in friends and tribes from all dimensions, all realms. And that's been the most common thing that most of my clients and teachers and light workers and healers have always, that main question that people have brought to me. Well, how do I get to that phase that I can actually feel like something is changing? And again, nine times out of 10, the question and the basis that they're getting to is I don't feel my oneness. That's what every light worker says. They've done the work. They've read every light worker book. They've gone to every class, but there's something missing. That something missing is your oneness of source. And when you go within and seek it with that pure intention of who you are, with all that you are, every thread, every vibration, I seek my oneness with source, with spirit, with the creator, with my soul, with my oversoul, my oversoul of oversouls. And I want to honor it. I want to honor it so bad. It will feel as if it's always elusive if you do it to get something. And that's where you have to humble yourself and revere yourself enough that you are spirit. You're honoring of yourself, the ride of you, the joy of you as spirit, to be honored and revered. As if the master was standing before you, because they are, it's you. You've just allowed yourself to feel separation because of the programs we're playing within. And then it's always elusive and outside of you and you can never really get to it. It's you. That master is you here, inside. As within, so without. And it is that journey of threading, of oneness, of love, of reverence, of humility. And it's a constant. Every master learns that navigational path of surrendering ego and speaking the vibration of spirit. And it's a softening. It's a softening. It's a softening. I'm creating. It's unconditional. It's one. We are brothers and sisters in the garden of love. We are brothers and sisters in the garden of love. It is pure. It is soft. It is activating the Holy Christ. It is pure. It is soft. It is activating the vibration of love. He tika e te a ma ke she she te a na e ke se a ma a te she na ka a. He mama katiki a te sisi ama ka te e she ama maka ba e te a e la 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 e te sha hai ama maka a shishi ama maka a e ana ki a te a se we are We are in the gardens of love. We are in the gardens of love. Hey, amai, te, amaya. Say, amai, te, na, te, na, she, ama, kate, se, o, yama, kataka, se, na, te, Usia mama kataka mama kataka shishi mama kataka shishi mama kataka sisi mama la kataka Muyana kedia ana mama naya shishi mama kataka I shishiyama makata tike esheana. I insisiama tike shishia tika. Hi makata tike amama tike. Tishishia makata tike. Hi makata tike. Hi maka. Insisiama la 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 la. I shishiyama makata tike I. Mama makata tike I. Shishiyana la 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 la. Shishiyana la 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 la. Katikiyana na kata na arena kata tike. Shishiyana la 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 la. Katikiyana na na na. I am not Nesia, Naya, Maya, Naya, yeah, Maya, la 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 la. Hi, Sisia, la 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 la. I am a Makatatka, Shishia, Tatka. Emma Makatatka, I, Shishia, Makatatka, I, and another Katakaya. I, Shishia, Makatatka, Sisia, Tatka. Thank you so much. Oh my gosh. There were so many of your celestial families and friends that were coming through this portal that we had created as a collective, and they were talking with you, all of you. They were talking with all of you. And so you'll get it, you'll get the codes, and you'll find that beautiful friendship and happiness of your families reaching out to you and just honoring you and just saying, celebrate, just be of joy and dance and sing and don't take things so seriously. And we're here, we're all one, we're all one. And then I wanted to just start singing a different song, and they said, no, keep going, we've got things to say, we've got things to say. And so I just continuing with the codes and with the light. So just understand that if you feel inspired and really excited to listen to it again, those are your celestial families that are talking with you and communicating with you. And there's energy and codes that are going into your field to enliven you, to excite you, to know that our first contact is being created when we're allowing our hearts just to be open and understand that the vibrational sound of one is the harmonic of all that is God. Thank you. They were showing me that at the very beginning there, when my voice, goes sometimes opera, I'm singing in the different octaves to hit threads. And they showed me as when I did that, and I was making a sound. And for those that are professional singers, I hit two or three notes there that were not anticipated. And those that are professional singers would have said that's out of tune. But they were showing me at that time that those are required so that your patterning of how you understand music and sound and tone gets shaken. Because when we hear what our mind has been trained to, our bodies and our systems have been trained to, because remember, everything is vibrational threads. It's all vibrational threads. What we have always been used to as sound is changing and shifting to puncture, if you will, those membranes of what we want to anticipate sound to be. Does that make sense? When we're hearing a song, there's even those people that make money off of, they have algorithms that songs are meant to sound like because it's easier for people to connect with and sing with. However, those are still patterns of somewhat limitation, if you will. They sound great, we all love singing them, but it's to shake and jar the cells, the DNA, the codes, all that you are is this multidimensional energy of light, on why oftentimes when those sounds come in, they show me that is purposeful and it's required. So not to judge what we're hearing, not to judge and make it sound like that should have gone this way or that way, because then again, that's ego limitation. Whereas understanding that everything that breaks up that pattern and algorithm allows you to shift your DNA and all that you feel and sense. Because remember, the waves of light hit the vibrational threads of all that we are. It's not always felt by the ears first. It isn't. We're encased in a field of epicenter of light. And so allow it to be what it is. And it's okay. They're saying it's okay that if it frustrates you or if it makes you feel aggravated because it doesn't sound like it's in tone. So then just work through those energies of limitation. Just clear them out. Just say, I'm releasing out that judgment that I held that sounded like it was out of tone. And it very well could have been, but it doesn't change the fact that it was required to shake up the density and the calcium that was built because your mind and your brain and your ear wanted to hear it in a certain pattern and rhythm and algorithm. Does that make sense? So sometimes I don't even know what they're giving me, and when they give it to me, I have to explain it because there's those in the audience that are required to hear it because their codes and their energies are being tickled and awakened. And that's a good thing. So just know that sometimes when we have those frustrations, it's because we've been thousands of years in same patterned harmonics, and it's time to change and shift. And so that was beautiful, and that was awesome. So just be playful. So the intention of that sound experience was the seeds of the garden that we're all planting through our creations, through our experiences of wanting to play, wanting to be, really excited to play. And that we're connecting with all of our ancestors, we're connecting with all of our guides, we're connecting with all that is source, we're connecting with the songs of creation. And there is, through the multiverse experience right now, everything in the omnipresent of ascension and evolutionary light programs is harmonics. And so to break those bottleneck energies, membranes that keep, it's an illusion. We say keep, but the only words that we have. It's each and every one of us that remains stagnant because of those energies that we're clearing. We're here to clear. They're all we can transcend anything and anything that we think is a bottleneck or the membrane pressing on us. It's all illusory. It's all illusory. It's because of the perspectives we've held in all of these universes and timelines that we've held certain limiting programs in. But we're multidimensional beings, dear ones. I can't stress that enough. You're like from the heavens. You are from every cosmic planet that you can think of. You have life and DNA codes, and you have seeds, and you have energy within you that is from the all, is the all. You have access to the all, that you are the all. You are not limited. You are not little. You are not small. You are not unimportant. You absolutely are valued and needed and required in every way. And we love you. We love you for the rays of light that you bring to this planet just by being you. You don't have to go out and create a beautiful goal and a vision board and all of these things. Be the excitement of you. Bring forward the happiness of you. Bring forward the light that shines before you. As you walk, it shines before you, clearing your way. And why? Because from here, you absolutely know that you're unique, that your vibration is unique. Your vibration is needed. Your vibration is going to burst that bottleneck for you. And as it does you, you're bringing on tribes of 10 and 20 and 30 and 1,000. Because you said, I'm going to do it differently. I'm going to break all conformity. I'm going to break what people wanted me to do. I'm going to break what people thought I should do. I'm going to go against that. I'm going to do what I need to do, because this is where I'm aligned with spirit. I'm aligned with source. I know who I am. Spirit shows me truth. Spirit shows me my path. And as every path of the prophet, as every master that has ever walked, they have all faced journeys of persecution and blasphemy, and they have always faced those challenges that they've had to transcend, because it aligned them ever further with their purity of their truth, that every single person will have to walk. It's no different than a singer that wants to sing certain music and their family says, well, that's blasphemy. We've always listened to country. And that singer knows within their heart they've come with a special song, and that song sounds unlike any other song. It's not meant to. You have the rhythm, you have the lyrics, you have the notes, you have the song. You have it in you, and it's meant to sound different, be different. It's meant to include all that you are as light, from all timelines, from all galaxies and all diversities, because you know why? Because you are that code breaker that breaks that, and 20 or 30,000 follow behind you, because they needed that code, they needed that sound, they needed that activation to say there is something different, there is something different. There's a garden that we're creating. There's a garden that we're seeding in. It doesn't look like what it meant to in our old version perspectives. This is new. This is new. It's meant to be unknown. Let's get excited. It's meant to be new. It's meant to be unknown. So let's get excited. We are the magicians. We are the magicians. Believe in the magic that is new. Believe in the magic that is you. Believe in the magic that is song and dance and sound and harmonics of the Holy Creator. Open your hearts, open your hearts, open your hearts. And sing the song that is love. Hey, mamaka te te. I, mamaka, Make no mistake, your ancestors are with you. He, braidika, and the pounding of the earth. Ka te she she, it get I am I am oh, I am of light, holy children, holy of light, children of light, holy nights, holy light, children of light, holy light, holy light. Hi, ma, ha, ma. Oh, profound. You have no idea how long I've been waiting to be the gift of who I am. And I offer it with the purity of all that I am as the sacred child. I just want to play and share. Because I have reverence for that song. I have reverence for just wanting to play. I have reverence for the spirit that is all happiness and all joy and all magic and all moments, because that's source. We're meant to have fun, dear lighted ones. Our 5D is not meant to look like 3D. So get out your dancing shoes, get on the grass, and just connect and commune. Open up your heart. Open up your heart and call forward those childhood gifts and those childhood dreams and those childhood remembrances of your sacred play. That source filling you up to say, children, you've been asleep for so long. Children, come forward, children, come forward, children, come forward. New realities, seeding, seeding, seeding gardens of love, and the galaxy wakes up. Hey, Hi, mama kata ke shishiyata the kai the ke shishiyata the ke shishiyata the ke I am barwada ke the ke I shishi mama kata the ke hi shishi mama kata the ka la 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 I the ke shishiyata the ka sisiyata the ka I am mama kata the ke shishiyata the ka I am mama kata the ke shishiyata the ka and kata the ka shishiyata the ka. And gratitude for our oneness, and gratitude and reverence for all that is the creator and all that is life, all programs of life, all universes, all timelines, all realms, all beings, all aspects of life, the holy creator, and deep reverence and deep honor of the holy creator. Amen. We are one. The mothers and the fathers and the holy creators of all systems of light, all systems of light. I'm honoring the magic of all that we are as divine holy creators. Amen, amen, amen. Thank you, Holy Mother Father. Thank you, Holy Mother Father, for the blessings that we are in. The reverence of all of our gifts that have been blessed and bestowed upon us for us to be in joy and dance the creative gardens of all that we are, sacred creative joy of all that we are, of all that we are, of all that we are. Amen, amen, amen. Always changing, always changing. Thank you, Holy Mother Father. Thank you, Gaia. Thank you, Gaia. So she's just reminding us that when we shift and we're doing these time shifts, if you will, or weavings, she's gonna remind us that there's gonna be many species that are gonna come forward that we've never seen before or known before. New plants, new species of flowers, new species of animals that we've wanted to see and connect with, and because it's our raising of our consciousness that creates it all. The rainbow of all that we are, that tribe of 13, the 13th tribe, the most diverse tribe in our galaxy. So create that celebration of your uniqueness, because that uniqueness is what creates that rainbow color. You're not meant to be like anyone else. You're meant to be divinely unique. No matter how odd and strange it might appear or feel to anybody else, you're here to walk your own uniqueness of who you are as the sacred child of the Creator, because heaven knows you're carrying 70 or 80 people with you in your uniqueness, and giving them the opportunity to live in their free will and their creative oneness and their creative exploration and expression to be uniquely them, because they see you doing it with such great joy and integrity and pride. And that's why we're always humbled with Source. We're always humbled in that reverence and humility of who we are, and just living in the uniqueness and integrity of who we are, that authentic vibration. It's a vibration, and it's known. And no one can deny you of it, because you just know authentic vibrations. It's truth. And you can only get there by being it with you first and knowing what feels real. This is authentic. I can feel it. Every bone in my body, every cell is coming away. This is source. That's how you know. That's how when we said earlier, the light workers and the clients that come and say, well, there's something that I'm missing. What's next? That's what you know. That's that feeling where every cell in your body is just alive and awake and can't wait to do it again and again and again. And you want for nothing more. Every addiction solved right then and there. Because you've got that instantaneous oneness. Every cell, every thread, every fiber, every bone, every organ is threaded with source. And you're on your knees just praying for more. Thank you, Holy Creator. And you're humbled. And that's when ego just sits back and ego says, yeah, I don't got nothing on spirit. Go for it, spirit. I'm out. And ego just sits back for the ride. And it's an elegant dance of you as spirit, creating your beautiful matter that's authentic and true and creative only for you. And we love you, dear lighted ones. We thank you so much for allowing us to share with you and to sing with you and be with you. And we love you so much. Take care and have a beautiful, beautiful day. Those that would like to donate for our illustrations, for any beautiful songstress classes, light activations, private sessions, webinars, connect with us. We'd love to connect and commune with you, aligning with the 5D grids and aligning your business, your profession, all that you are as this higher vibrational being, to take who you are as a creative genius into a whole new realm of your beingness with source. And that's really what it's all about. It's not about for any other outside experience. When it comes from that pure intention to truly know yourself and explore yourself as that creative genius, that's all you need to open that portal of light. Because that's pure intention. The will of who I am, to know who I am as source creator in creative expression. That's why source creator is called source creator. It's creative. It's evolutionary. The source of all life. And each of us are an aspect and essence of that, to constantly, eternally create the unknown. So amazing. Thank you. The links are below. We love you so much. And let us create the 13th tribe, the rainbow tribe of all creation. Our diversity is our oneness. And we thank you, everybody, for being so beautiful and honoring in that. We love you so much. And we rainbow you. Bye.